down your volumes and take off the earphones if you have any, because there might be a very slight chance that this video will contain a lot of screaming, or if it does not contain screaming, be prepared to have an extreme monotone voice. I am greatly upset. Last week it was the chapters releases are now late, which was bad enough, but also something we have to accept, but we cannot accept. And then we had to have an ultimate despair chapter. And yet the ultimate despair have to continue! Yes, how much more do you have to make Big Mom so god dang powerful? Ugh, I'm getting so pissed at this. Yes, this is the One Piece chapter 880. And I am the Angry fan. As I said, this is nothing but a despair chapter, although that is only half the truth. The first half of this chapter is finally they begin to prepare the cake, and we finally get to see a little bit more glimpse just on how awesome of a chef Sanji is. Turns out he can memorize a gastronomic cake just by fragrance alone, which by the way is an amazing thing. It is also a little bit though, excuse me? This is a guy that smokes 24 hours a day, and you tell me he has a perfect keen of smell? Then again, the fact that he smokes 24 hours a day and still can feel taste is just, well, you know, strange in itself. The chapter begins with the continuation of the Donsai arc. It turns out that that extremely ugly lady actually has a lot of different husbands. I have no idea how someone as ugly as her has capability of having so many husbands, but I guess she's strong and she has wealth. Oh, and it is confirmed that every single husband she has is being abused by her. In the end, it is all about her. So yeah, good choice, Sai. Good choice. And I'm meaning that without sarcasm. You definitely needed to get out of that marriage. That marriage was just plain and simple. Ugh. Either way, the Sisters of Charlotte finally enters in the Chocolate Island. Turns out that for some reason, Chiffon is the Minister of Puffs. I'm saying for some reason, because this is a child that has been bullied by Big Mom and abused. And you're telling me she still made her a minister? The first problem. And then again, this is Big Mom. Her mind, we cannot make sense of it. And she's cuffed because, well, they have to put on the scene that she is captured. Chiffon is going with that. Then they have gathered the 31 head chefs of the whole Cake Island, which seems to include also one long neck, some minks, and I guess even a homie. And they all gather in the sweets factory, where Pudding tells them that they need to do this, and this is the fate of the world, so no one is to peek inside. So, but they also heard everything about Luffy's trespassing and Besh's betrayal. So, but Pudding puts on her still nice act and says like, with these renowned chefs, we will be able to save this place. But Pudding, realizing that these head chefs will be a little bit of a problem if Sunny appears, calls in them one-on-one, where she erases their memories and, well, adds them that now she and Sanji are married. So in the cider factory, Sanji has already drawn the blueprint of the wedding cake, which he remembers just by seeing it. And Chiffon looks at the thing and realizes that he also knows every single ingredient, and then he just says, because of its fragrance. Which, yes, I guess that is a badass moment. But are you kidding me, Uda? Are you really just gonna make Sanji be a badass for cooking? In a way, that is awesome, but I still wanted a fight, damn it! So, Pudding enters in cooking gear, and well, I have to admit that gear is actually nice. She has changed the memories of them all, that saying that she and Sanji are now married. And they all begin cooking as Pudding still has her, well, you know, all that stuff. Sanji leads the the chef duties, which is actually pretty true. Turns out that, well, that's not exactly a surprise, by the way, but Sanji is actually that it's actually so good of a chef that he's even better than Straussen, because apparently could to from that the other head chefs are saying that he got all the hidden flavors that Master Straussen took a week to think up. He has them, and Sanji didn't even bake the cake. I guess that just further shows just how amazing chef is. So he leads the charge, saying they have to make this cake in just 3 hours, or 2 hours and 40 minutes, as so to speak. And he will also show them hidden potential. I wonder what that is. Is that some kind of attack cuisine? Well, either way, they all begin to cook. Chiffon promised to do this for the saviors, to save Lola. Sanji in order to save his friends, and Pudding, well, to help them all escape. But then we just have to be thrown into an enormous amount of despair, because the last pages of this chapter are nothing more than despair. Luffy is being kicked around like a ragdoll. It's bad enough that Sanji has to be kicked around like a ragdoll, and now Luffy is also being kicked around like a ragdoll. Oh, and by the way, Katakuri is so tall, so I'm honestly just asking now, are you sure he is not a long-legged? Either way, Katakuri tells to Burule, who successfully managed to wake up finally, that they still have mirrors on the ship. So set fire on the ship while he deals with Luffy. So, and the two siblings of the Charlotte family, the two long-legged twins that were named in the SBC, the one called Mascarpone and Joscarpone. Oh, and by the way, it's apparently so that the Mascarpone is the 34th son, while Joscarpone is the 29th daughter, which... wait a moment. Wasn't... no, what's... Praline. Wasn't she the 29th daughter? Or was she the 28th daughter? I mean, I'm just saying, there were some kind of moments there. The fact that Brule is doing all this pisses me off, but Katakuri still dominates that fight against Luffy, and showing that he really isn't to be messed with, and now he can even multiply his arms just more. It's pretty strange that Katakuri cares for his brothers and sisters so much. I'm saying strange because, again, I just cannot see how a family like the Charlotte family can love each other. Then again, that's the problem with evil and love. A lot of people are probably criticizing cartoons that are all about families. That's saying, like, how can such a family with maybe just one son and 11 daughters possibly love each other? Then again, this is completely different, so yeah, I'm just saying. Big Mom is not exactly the best kind of mother. So Luffy managed to grab a piece of the broken previous mirror and tells them all that they need to shatter every single mirror in the Sunny, because the three siblings are now doing their worst to get it, to destroy it. So, but Nami is of course protest about that, because, well, if all their mirrors are destroyed, because apparently I thought they already had to do that, but if all the mirrors are destroyed, then Luffy cannot come back, but that's just how determined he is. And Katakuri still kicks him around like a ragdoll. But then this has to happen! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be mother-freaking kidding me. How OP do you have to make the soul fruit, Uda? You have to give us an explanation last week. How the hell this is even possible? And if it is possible, then for the God self, why haven't we seen this kind of homie before? I'm just, what I'm protesting about is not only the fact that Luffy tells everyone to crush the mirrors because he needs to focus on Katakuri, which by the way he cannot defeat yet, which also I do not like. It's actually the biggest problem of all. Big Mom have somehow, and I'm saying somehow because I'm gonna explain that soon, hominized the sea! The mother freaking sea! She has somehow hominized the sea! The natural weakness of a devil fruit! And why haven't we seen this kind of homie before? Well, if I have to guess, maybe because this is not exactly the sea. We cannot forget that the seas around Totland are mostly made out of syrup, juice and whatever, so maybe, yes maybe this is a food homie and therefore it works. Then again, that doesn't exactly answer how fluid can still be hominized, because, well, you know, it is still fluid. And technically fluid should be all kind of weakness to a devil fruit user. But no! It turns out Big Mom even can hominize the sea. It's so frustrating. It is so frustrating, really. You are making Big Mom too powerful, Uda. Don't you realize that is a problem? Because you cannot make a villain too powerful. That is only gonna make their future defeats all the more unacceptable in people's eyes. Or are you telling me that Big Mom is not gonna be defeated at all? Or are you telling me that this manga is gonna end and Big Mom is not gonna get what's coming to her? Well, either way, a big wave is soon gonna swallow the Sunny. As Nami, with tears in her eyes, tells to Luffy, I think we are all done for. Absolute despair. And also absolute BS, by the way. 2 despair chapters in a row. You have got to be kidding me. I do not wait for One Piece this much to have such despair chapters. Are you trying to make me throw into deeper in the sea of despair myself, Uda? It also doesn't like the fact that the Straw Hat Pirates are giving up. I mean, now Sanji is baking the cake and he says he's gonna finish it in 2.5 hours. I mean, I do not have any problem with that, because Sanji is just that type of chef. Although I do know that others will have a problem with that. Still, Sanji is not gonna defeat an enemy. Luffy, for some reason, cannot defeat Katakuri. Big Mom, for some reason, can hominize the sea. A big wave is coming to them. What the hell can save them now? Only a miracle. Or the Sun Pirates. Or maybe Jinbei. I mean, he is a master of the sea. So maybe, yes, maybe he can destroy that sea. But if he does, are you implying that he's gonna die too? So please, Uda, give me a miracle already. Or give me an ass-pull. Give me whatever. Just give me something that makes Luffy finally fight back. There is no way he's gonna take all this. He is not gonna be happy. Don't you realize that Luffy is in the exact same situation he was 2 years ago? Completely and utterly powerless. There is no way he's gonna accept that he is powerless. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.